Morning students, I am again your computer teachers Amar sir come with a new topics. Here we will discuss difference between peer-to-peers and client-server network architectures. Okay students, before this we have discussed about what do you mean by peer-to-peer and client-server network, what do you mean by network architecture. You will see in a short what do you mean by network architecture. Network architecture, overall design of computer network, that is how can we configure and this technology and how can we connect different nodes. Ultimately all are combinedly known as network architectures. And we see that there are two types of network architectures. First, peer-to-peer, and second, client-server architecture. Peer-to-peer also known as P2P, and client-server client-server network architectures. Now we will see the difference between client-server and peer-to-peer. Difference between peer-to-peer and client-server network architecture. It is one of the most important topics. Many times some questions come from these topics in your board exams. Okay. Now see, peer-to-peer. Peer-to-peer also means node to nodes, client to clients. Here all computers are equal in capabilities. What do you mean by equal in capability? That means this is client peer-to-peer networks. All are connected. That means as much as capability of A, that much capability have B, C, D and E. That means every has storage capability, it stores, it has processing power, everything which is A, same is in B. Nodes are different. All are client and all can communicate with each other. All computers are equal in capability. Here that means. But it is different in client-server network architectures. Here a particular computer is more powerful than other, act as server. In client-server there is a server. Okay, and every nodes are connected. A, B, C, D, E, F. These all are the nodes. That means these have no more power. All the power is situated in a single computer, which is known as server. That means a particular computer is more powerful than other, act as a server. Okay, students. Now, second difference, it is less expensive and easier to implement. Now, it is less expensive. Why it is less expensive? That means it is less expensive. It is more expensive and not easy to implement. In client-server network architectures, we need different devices like hub, switch, and some other more device. But you don't need in this. So it is easy to implement. Okay, you don't pay any extra hardware cost. Second, it is less secure. We can say that it is a disadvantage of peer-to-peer networks. It is less secure. How it is less secure? Because the data is transmitted from one node to another node. And suppose A have to send the data to D. A have to send the data to D, and then it will transmit from B, then C, and then D. And suppose B have some virus or any malicious files, then your message will be also malicious. Okay, then your message will be attached virus then so it is says that it is less secure, and your data will be communicate one to more networks, but it is more secure. Why it is more secure? Because the data is stored in a centralized way, in a single place, which is server. Okay. Next, each pair has its own data. Each pair has its own data. That means A has its own data, B has its own data, C has its own data. Every client has its own data. But if you use client server network architecture, no any client has its own data. Okay. It is uses centralized server to store data. All the data is stored in a one place, which is known as server. And every client can share, can extract data from server. You're giving a request. Okay. Now see the next difference in peer-to-peer. Client and server are no differentiate. That means suppose we use peer-to-peer network architecture, then every nodes, every computer has equal capabilities. So we cannot say that it is the server, it is client. Everyone has same equal capabilities, then all are clients, all are nodes. No, any specific computer is server, and any specific computer is more powerful than rest. Okay. In this client and servers differentiate. If we use client server network architecture, then we can differentiate that all are clients and one single computer is server. It is more powerful. So we can differentiate easily in client server network architecture who is server and which is clients. Okay. Students, now see here client. You don't know, need to confuse that client node and workstation all are the similar terms. In some places it is known as client node, and here peer-to-peer means also client nodes. Don't need to be confused. Okay students, I hope you all understand the difference. Okay, and if you face any problems, then you can contact me on this number. Okay, and in many times it is seen that one more difference. Some questions come in exam from the difference, and I hope it is a more important topics in a networks, competent networks. Okay students, thank you.